And now, the best 60-ish seconds of your week.
It's Saturday morning and another edition of the best 60-ish seconds of your week. So as we ask each week, please take a moment to like, most important, share, equally important, subscribe, comment, whatever you wish to do, but something to drive up those algorithms, which are so important to our success. Thank you. And the World Cup remains at the top of much of the news. The problem is that today we're taping this before the U.S. plays Friday night and before a seleção, the Brazilians play. So the two flags above me there have to remain quiet for a couple of days. But the U.S. looked great in their opener against Paraguay with a 4-1 resounding victory. That portends some pretty good things for the Americans, headed by a local guy from here in central Pennsylvania, Christian Pulisic, who is from Hershey, Pennsylvania. And the Brazilian squad didn't look so good in the first half, but looked really sharp in the second half against Morocco. A lot of people think, oh, they tied Morocco. Well, Morocco is one of the teams that a lot of the experts think could go all the way. A very good team. The first time in FIFA history that you had two top 10 teams in the same group. So the Brazil-Morocco game was a tough one for the Brasileiros. But still, look at Vini Jr.'s goal at 110 or 120 kilometers per hour. That's real power. Look for more to come. And much of the world news this week was focused on the Iran deal that President Trump made. Now, I will be quick to say that the Iranians have not made a deal that I can think of that they didn't ultimately break. Their word is as good as nothing. So the question in my judgment is, how long will it take for this thing to fall apart? That's on the policy side. On the political side, there are a lot of advantages to the Trump administration and by extension to Republicans in the midterms, because the big issue, and I think it was the biggest issue heretofore, was affordability, particularly on gasoline. The gas prices have been going up. People were fed up. Now they're going to come down. And when the summer blends go off before the November elections, they're going to come down again. So good news portends for Republicans as a result of that deal, at least politically. And again, when I say that, that's politically. I think that the policy questions with the Iran deal remain to be played out, but bottom line, don't trust Iran. And in domestic politics this week, we had a couple of primary elections. President Trump had kind of a mixed bag in Georgia, where his favorite candidate for the Senate won, but his candidate for governor didn't get through the runoff there. And in Alabama, President Trump won another significant victory in a Senate race there. In Washington, D.C., they had another one of these really kooky, radical, left-wing mayor candidates apparently win the primary there. This is the future of the Democrat Party, the face of the Democrat Party in days to come. Gone are the days of John F. Kennedy or even Lyndon Johnson and Hubert Humphrey. And in are the voices of AOC and Ilmar Ohan and all these nutty folks on the far left. And real quickly, this week we had the first meeting of the Federal Reserve under Kevin Warsh. They say no change right now in interest rates, but look for future increases. The markets didn't react so well to that, but the markets have been having, prior to that, their best time in history, so the future will tell. And finally, this weekend ushers in summer, officially the best time of the year, and we celebrate Father's Day. And as the dad of 3, I can say that the best thing I could possibly hope to be is a good dad. And I was so blessed to have a great dad myself, somebody who adopted all of his children, including 2 of us from Brazil, and provided for us the best growing up that any kid could possibly have. So, Dad, as you look down, thank you for being such a wonderful father, and happy Father's Day to you and to all the fathers watching, because for now, that is the best 60-ish seconds of your week.